Hello everyone. So I'm going to share my story with you, and hopefully I can maybe help a couple of people, and you can join me on the way to my rehab, I guess. So back in February, I had been having some side effects with my leg, the side of my skin, certain sensations and things like that. So we went through a series of tests. We ended up finding out that I had a ruptured disc, two of them, in my neck, and it was pressing against my spinal cord. That whole time that had happened, I was risking being paralyzed quite easily, actually. If I had been pushed from the back, if I had gotten into a car accident, I would have been paralyzed. The truth is, the only reason I wasn't at that time was because I was fit, I had muscles built around it, my body was used to the compression that I had done, but more or less just to my physical activity and my size. Otherwise, I probably would be paralyzed right now. So when we found this out, we had to go into emergency surgery, and I have two, what they call Moby discs, inside my cervical spine. Also, we found that the compression traveled down, and I had a ruptured disc in my thoracic. It was also dangerous, but it wasn't as dangerous as the neck, and we had to take care of that first. And when you deal with the spine, you can't do both surgeries at the same time, so we had to allow downtime to heal. That took about a 3-month recoup time in order for me to be able to have the next surgery, which we did. And that was a removal of the disc in my mid-back, which would collapse on itself and then eventually fuse over. So after all the heal time, which the mid-back was much worse than the neck, being able to move, not being able to walk, that type of stuff, I am back. I've got clearance to start working out and doing things. However, what I've found is that my spine is still injured, and it can take up to a year to heal. And what do I mean by that? Like, motor skills are very difficult for me. I'm someone who did make the games for a few years in a row, and these things were very easy for me, but jumping, my rhythm is off. My brain knows what to do, but telling my body what to do is difficult. Running, to pick your foot up and put it in front of the other. I also have what's called clonus in my foot. So if I took your foot and you lifted your knee and I moved your foot up and down and I let go, your foot wouldn't move. Mine moves about 6 to 11 times after we let it go until my brain can tell it to stop. So jumping from a box, at certain times my leg will move. I have sensations in, like, let's say the heel to my Achilles to my calf. It's a very odd feeling. So CrossFit right now, or high intensity training, doesn't really work for me because I don't have that capability of movement. Again, everything is off, so I'm like learning basically how to jump rope. I'm learning how to run, and it's very uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable, weird feeling, and my spine is damaged. So we won't know until a year from now whether, that's a permanent diagnosis, or maybe it'll get better and we can't do anything or retest for upwards of about a year. So there are things that I can do to kind of get those motor skills back, and it's taken me a little while now getting back into the swing of things to realize that. Even like cleaning, power cleaning, I know the movement and I know how to do it, but my brain can't get my body to do it. So it's like when you're teaching somebody to do it for the very first time, and all your coaches know that, where it's awkward and you lean back and you're doing all these things because, again, my spine is just sending out all these, I guess, triggers here, and I can't do it. So it's a very weird feeling. It's a very humbling feeling. I'm grateful that I'm walking around and all that, but I am going to start to do things that will help me. So that'll be like banded work, basic type movement to just stay fit, give my body the time it needs to heal, and really concentrate on my nutrition, which I haven't done. So currently, as we sit here today, I'm at 210 pounds. My ideal weight is 180 to 185, so I'm going to be working on getting that down into that range. That's really where I need to be. As well as trying to bring back some muscle tone, some muscle growth, which I've lost a lot. This has been through March. till now, but I was hurt prior to that. So really we're talking from January of, this year until now. So I've been out of commission quite a while, on top of dealing with the dislocated elbow that I did that took me out for about a year. So it's been a little bit of a rough go, but this patch here is teaching me how to train different. So I'm gonna be doing daily stuff. I'm gonna be posting what I'm doing to kind of rehab, posting just, what it is that I'm eating and things like that. Maybe you'll join me along the way, ask me any questions, but that's kind of what I'm dealing with. And I'm not the only one or a person dealing back from injury, but it doesn't mean we have to stop working out. We just have to find new ways. And that's hard for someone like me to accept. I do like the high intensity. I do like to compete. I do like to be able to throw heavy weight around, but that's just not possible right now. And the truth is, that may never be possible. I don't know. So wrapping my head around that took a little bit of time, but now's the time. So that's where I've been, and that's kind of what's happened to me since prior to March, where we are now. So let's see where it goes from here. Hopefully in a few months' time, we'll be down to that 180, 185. All right, thanks.